standing tall. Guess the shape, that's the frame. Play this fun little game. Who's that figure in the dark? Mystery leaves a mark. Outline tells a hidden truth. Who is hiding in the proof? Silhouettes in the night, guessing the mystery right. Who is it I'm gonna find? Guess the shadow on my mind. Could it be a friend or foe, standing there in shadows glow? Is it someone that I knew? Silhouette shows just a clue. Tracing lines with my eyes, shake that holds a sweet surprise. Guess again, try to see who's this shadow gonna be. In the dark where lights don't reach, silhouettes they start to teach. Every curve and every line, gonna crack this case just fine. Oh! Silhouettes in the night, guessing the mystery right. Who is it I'm gonna find? Guess the shadow on my mind. Could it be a friend or foe, standing there in shadows glow? Is it someone that I knew? Silhouette shows just a clue. Tracing lines with my eyes, shake the holds a sweet surprise. Guess again, try to see who's this shadow gonna be. In the dark where lights don't reach, silhouettes they start to teach. Every curve and every line, gonna crack this case just fine. Oh! Is it I'm gonna find? Guess the shadow on my mind.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Joshua. Hello, Fitzgerald. First off, Joshua, I must say, you cannot guess for every round at once. You only get one guess per round, so, you would have to choose which round you want for each of those, and, well. And second, the last three are rats. This is famous mice, not famous rats. Not famous rodents, famous mice. They have to actually be mice. Hey, Outcast. Oh, wow, we got three here right away. Was Joshua still here? Fitzchozo. Well, maybe it's because I do this on the day that ends in Y. And you're working on a day that ends in Y? I don't know. But no, I do this every Thursday, 7 o'clock. It's not just out of the blue any particular day. It's Thursday 7. So you're working on Thursday on your animations at 7. So, well, I don't know. Maybe that's when you plan to do your animations sometime on Thursday. And just testing to see if rats were included. Rick, can you define the difference between yes, the word is called mouse and rat. Well, rats are usually way bigger. I know there's probably not much of a difference besides size, but I could be wrong about that. But then again, there probably is a big difference. I'm always making 3D stuff on Thursday. Well, that's why. Then when you have this on Thursday and I'm on Thursday doing this, that's why they're happening at the same time. It's not a coincidence that I'm just doing it on any old day and then you just happen to be doing something on any old day. But anyways, we do have 3 people here. And we are 5 minutes in. Well, actually, we have 4 people here, but Metal won't be participating. Although he can then say about the difference between mice and rats if he wants to. But since we do seem to have our a minimum of 3 parties here for mice, I believe. also have bigger ears. The Japanese don't have a separate word for rat and mouse. Both are just Nezumi. Oh, okay. Anyway, since we do, like I said, have 3 participants here, why not get started? So it's round 1. Time to scurry up to the plate and guess this mouth. Do needle mice count? I'm not even sure what that is. So anyways, here's round 1. Chew on this. And yes, it is Mighty Mouse. Well, Pikachu, so mouse chew. So anyways, let's see. We have Alpha coming in for the steal for first place on this one. Nobody was seeing him in the chat, and just suddenly he comes in like that. So we got Alpha in first. I think Outcast is second. Yeah, Outcast and Joshua. Okay, so that was mighty good of you. You got the first round. A Pika is a different rodent entirely. Pikachu is what you're thinking of. We have Pikas in the U.S. The 80s reboot Mighty Mouse was wild. I never saw the 80s reboot, I don't think. I only saw the original, I believe. Anyway, so let's move on. Let's scurry over to round 2 and see who gets the cheese here. And yes, it is Slowpoke Rodriguez. So it looks like this round went the same as last one, with Alpha in first, followed by Outcast, and then Joshua. So now we're gonna have to be a bit slower this time because it is Slowpoke Rodriguez. And we're just gonna have to wander over, maybe take a siesta with round 3. Here we go. Oh yeah. So yes, it's the geriatric mouse, Jerry. Okay, I guess he's not geriatric because he's not old. Well, technically he's old now, but because Jerry's been around how long? Since the 60s, 50s? Sooner? I think it was sooner. Uh, but this round went a little different. Alpha is still top dog or top mouse, followed by Outcast, but Fitzchoso did uh, beat Joshua by a hair. '40s, okay. Um, it '40s, maybe been set in the '40s. I could have sworn in one of our groups, like the first appearance cartoon of a certain era, that we had Tom or Jerry in one of them, but I don't know. Maybe we did Jerry or Tom as a famous cat. So, anyways, uh, time to find that hole in the wall and guess this mouse. Yes, it is Brain. Yes. Pinky and the brain. One's a genius and the other's insane. One, oh, always wondered which one was which. Yes, it's time to take over the world. Okay, so this one went a little different than the last round and the other rounds. Although in first place we still have Alpha. But it looks like Joshua beat out, got second place. And then unfortunately Fitzchoso's down into third. So that's what it is. But now, are you pondering what I'm pondering? I'm pondering that we should move on to round 5. Do you think this is a good idea, folks? Should we move on to round 5? I ponder we should. So here we are, round 5. Yes, it is Monterey Jack, the cheesiest of cheese. The cheese connoisseur. He wasn't cheesy at all. But my question is, what are two chipmunks hanging out with what? 2 or 3 mice? I think it's 2 mice. Although they did seem to be into the one mouse, so. Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. Da-na-na-na-na. I don't know the rest of it. I gotta. Actually, I haven't seen that movie yet. The Moon movie. Okay, so anyways, Alpha was first there, no surprise. Followed by Outcast, who took back his second place, and then Joshua is back down in third. They're all rodents. Yeah. Two mice and a fly. Robernick as a mouse. So, time to sniff out what's in round 6 as we guess this mouse. We're going quick, I think, tonight. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Well, it looks like we have a little bit of an upset in this round because Alpha got no points. He came in last. And that means Outcast is going into first for this round, followed by Joshua. And Fitzchozo gets some points yet again because of Alpha being a little slow on that uptake. He wasn't stewarding his time well. Either that or he just did not know who this was and wasn't fast enough on copying somebody else's answer. Somehow I am thinking that is the bet. So that was round 6. A little bit of an upset. But let's steward our time and move to round 7. We're just waiting on Joshua. Not sure whether he's getting the same answer, different answer, some answer. No answer. Well, it doesn't matter anyways. Because there was no danger in this round except the mouse. Danger mouse. So we got Alpha back in first from the upset of last round, followed by Outcast, and then Joshua. Oh, sorry, no Joshua. Fitzchozo coming in with the third prize again. Unlike this last week's, this is not all over the place. This is pretty steady who's doing what and where. So that is done. But on to hopefully a more dangerous round 8, where we might learn somebody might get a new fate. Alpha Proto seems to be a little taken back by this one. Not quite sure who this is. And again, upset as Alpha comes in last place. Because this is the Fighting Mouse Reepicheep from the Chronicles of Narnia. I believe he first appears in Prince Caspian. So Outcast is first. Never been there. Followed by Joshua. Followed by Fitzchozo. 2 rounds, not quite in a row, but a little bit of upset as Alpha comes in last place. Can't copy his answers fast enough from somebody. To get second or third. So bye-bye, Reepicheep. We will chronicle you later. But let's chronicle round 9 and see who comes in what place. Will it be just fine for you guys? We'll find out as we chronicle it. And yes, it is Miss Bianca from, I believe, The Great Mouse Detective. So Alpha says, I'm taking back my first. I know that's Miss Bianca. Oh, the rescuers. Okay. Unfortunately, it was not 5-0. Fitzchozo. So Joshua's coming in second. Says, yeah. That's Miss Bianca. And then Outcast in third. Dropping back to third place. Oh no. Rescuers. I've seen, I think, both The Great Mouse Detective and The Rescuers I saw them once, I think, each as a kid. I haven't seen them in I don't know how long, so I'm pretty sure I saw them. I'm not sure. It's just I know that I thought they were probably good at the time, but I should watch them again. Anyways, Alpha really rescued himself from that last round before that. Let's see whether he can continue rescuing himself with round 10. Well, we are really gussing over this one because you guys got it correct. It is Gus from Cinderella, but the upset here is, of course, uh, Outcast comes in first, pushing Alpha down to second. Alpha, although he's got that time advantage, didn't quite know who it was in time to get first place, and Joshua is just nuzzling out Fitzchozo. Unfortunately, Fitzchozo tonight doesn't seem to be quite fast enough on that tight. He's getting on most of them, but it's just wham! How fast can I go? These guys are way faster than me tonight. How is that possible? But it is what it is. So boop, body beep, bada boom, bye. And boop, bada beep, bada bang. Hi, round 11. If you know it, type it. Yes, it's the Batman of mice. It is Titan. By the one, the only, Gary Shipman. Ooh, 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 ooh. So although he knew it, he couldn't quite remember the name. So he ended up not in first place. And Joshua came along and said, well, I definitely know the name. It's Titan. But Alpha remembers just in time to get second place. But Fitzchozo is a little faster on the keyboards than Outcast, giving him third place. And unfortunately, Alpha ends up just shy of third, coming in last, fourth, unfortunately. And yes, Gary is a nice guy. Well, Titan, it's time to say goodbye. You're a titan of a mouse. Let's see what's on the horizon for round 12. Well, I'm going to assume Fitzcho's answer, Mouse Detective, is his guess. Although that's not really a name, but um. Anyways, it's probably from the Great Mouse Detective, and he does have a name, although I don't know what it is. But this is not him. This is Timothy. Timothy Q. Mouse. So we have Outcast getting first place, followed by Joshua, and nobody in third. I'm not sure whether he is from the Great Mouse Detective or not, but he could be from Fievel. The what was Fievel thing? They wouldn't let me watch Dumbo. Oh, he's from Dumbo. Okay. Who say wouldn't let you watch Dumbo? I don't know when they wouldn't let you watch, but you're an adult now. You've had many years since being an adult to watch it. Although I wasn't sure where he was from either. Dumbo. So, let's not be Dumbo on this next round, or maybe we are, will be. Bit of a Dumbos. And let's guess round 13. Pretty much. He can watch whatever he wants, like if he can find it to watch it, of course. Well, somebody has the right answer in the chat. And you know who it's not? Alpha. Yes, Roquefort, or I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Maybe from Cinderella? Or something else. I think it's something else. Anyways, these last few rounds for Alpha have really been an upset. Two of them second place. Two of them not in at all. A place. So yes, we have Outcast first, followed by Joshua, followed by Fitzchozo. Oh, the Aristocats. Yeah, there's another movie I saw as a kid too. I liked it, but I think I've only seen it like once, maybe parts of it more than once. Well, don't be too aristocratic, and let's play round 14. Seems like there's a lot of mouse movies or cat movies you have not seen, Alpha. Oh, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. I think somebody's doing research as we go when he realizes somebody else doesn't know who it is. No, not racist. Stereotypical cartoons. They stereotype people. I don't know, Alpha. Fitzchozo, are you making a guess? I can't make it. Well, you can. You're just choosing not to for the fact that three people have said super snooper. So if they're right, doesn't matter. You choose that. If they're wrong, you just have no idea what to guess. But guess what? They're wrong. It's a blabbermouth. Blabbermouth. Blabbermouse. Not mouth, mouse. And yeah, he might have been with that Japanese cat. I don't know. There was another guy with him in one of the pictures. Well, they were famous once. Maybe not so much now. Yes, I'm sure about that. Here. I can show you. Do, 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 do. Episodes? Nope. Topics. Okay, yeah. We want mice I got the names mixed up. Here's the picture. Yeah, probably Snooper. Super Snooper. Actually, he doesn't look like a Japanese cat, so. He is a cat, though. So, round 14 was not good for anybody. The Japanese cat is in the Aristocats. Okay. Well, I ain't blabbering what round 15 is, but I got a blabber that we are on round 15, the last round of the night. So, who is it? But I guess I could also do famous rats, but not famous rats might not be till next season. Joshua, that's your answer, but there ain't no rats in this. So we only got one person left for a yes, and that is Outcast. We have three different guesses. Do you think? Well, one I can tell you is wrong right off the bat because it says rat. Or the other? Do you think the other two are right, or do you think one of them's right? I should say, or do you think it's something else entirely? He's going with Chuck E. Cheese, and no. Well, I can tell you this: none of the answers are right. This is Muffy Mouse from the TV show, kids' TV show, Today's Special. I think it aired in the States. I'm not sure. Maybe it didn't. Never gave me nightmares. So I stumped you all the last two rounds with Muffy and Blabber. Although you almost got Blabber. You guess the wrong character of the show. All these mice and no Mickey. Yep. I tried to do my best to not put Mickey or Minnie in, and I succeeded. I'm not sure. Let's see. I can find out. But she wasn't on a couple. She was on at least one list that I found for famous mice. So, um, today's special TV show. Oh yeah, today's special is a Canadian children's television program produced by blah 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 from 81 to 87. I watched it, so 7 seasons. Fincher. So I guess that's why you guys didn't know about it. Guess you didn't do enough research. Leave it to me to put something Canadian on. Specialized Canadian. Lots of kids watched it here. Muffy, she rhymed everything. It was about a department store that after hours there was a lady that did all the design stuff for the windows and all that. There was a mannequin that came to life because of a magic hat. And then there was Sam, the security guard, who was also a puppet as well. It's a pretty good TV show. Like a Canadian kid. Either that or somebody doing the research on mice. Fictional mice. Maybe if we do, I'm pretty sure I could grab a couple more mice, and I think I could easily do a second round of this. In season 2, we could easily have Famous Mice Part 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Probably got enough to do 2 more rounds of this. Well, a couple of them were double up, so. See episodes. So next week is 48. Well, you know what? We can do that next week. Video game characters from 2000, from 2010 to 2019. How many episodes? 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 5 episodes. Yeah, so next week, video game characters from 2010 to 2019. I need to use my points soon, I guess. Well, technically, you have before season 2 starts to use your points, Joshua. Which should be about a month after. How much is it to pick one silhouette? Okay. Uh, I thought you might do that. Let's see. I think it's 100 points. Doo-doo-doo. Episode. For one silhouette, 100 points. If it stumps everyone, you get 200 points. If it stumps 2 people, you get 100 points. And if it stumps one person, only stumps one person, you get 50 points. And you can't play that round. Not that you would want to play it to that could be tricky. That could be neat. I say you can't play that round, but you could put in I'm gonna have to think this through because technically you could play it and you could put in a wrong answer and see whether you get people to go with your answer. So there is strategy involved. I just won't be letting people know that it's. I will say that one round in this one that you picked. I'm not going to say which round. I will say afterwards, actually. Maybe I'll say after the whole show which round was the round. Yeah, you know what? You can disregard that. You can play the round. You're just gonna have to know. I will let you know in a DM which round it is. I'll let you know. But of course, with doing characters from 2000, if you want to do it for next week, does it have to be a video game character? Well, if that's the topic next week, that's yeah, it would have to be in that realm. It has to be whatever the topic is of the week. In this case, it's going to be a video game character from 2010 to 2019. because you don't want it being off of topic. It's I don't think that would be fair. Then I would have to announce that it's your round, and then you can't, possibly try and throw people off. Now, the only problem with that, Joshua, is if you answer before, knowing around, if you answer before uh, Alpha, they might think something suspicious. Well, if I say it's a separate bonus round at that point, I know I've done a separate bonus round here or there. Um, but since we're talking about it right now, if it ends up being a separate bonus round, they're gonna know it's your round then. Like maybe if we weren't discussing it right now, I could have had it as a separate bonus round. If there's no, well, there's not a separate bonus round tonight. We're talking about how this particular reward would work exactly. Nobody's done it up until now, so I thought it was going to be fairly self-evident, but I thought of things that could make it more interesting. Maybe Joshua needs to think about it too. You can get back to me on it if you want, Joshua. You don't have to give me a definite right here, right now. You just by, I'll say next Wednesday, let me know one way or another. And if you decide to, have the character picked out and possibly an image. Now, maybe what we can do in the future, especially for next season or even after this episode next, if you want to do it for any of the following episodes afterwards, um, DM me separately then right here, right now, where we're talking that way. Then it could possibly be a separate bonus round and maybe anything. But I would like to try and keep it on topic too. But I could say it's just a separate bonus round. Somebody purchased thing. So this could be anything. It's up for grabs. But they're gonna suspect you anyways. Now since you're the one that mentioned it. I don't know. It's up to you what you want to do. Like I said, you have to next Wednesday, and let me see. Okay, so you ended up with how many points? It's Chozo today. You know what? I'm just going to take the 30 points off now, and then I'll just add this stuff on later. Is the character that... Is it a character that first appeared in a game in the 2010s? I haven't really said that. Usually that's something what I've gone for a character that first appeared in a game in such and such a thing. But technically, I haven't said that. I don't remember saying that for any of them. It's just video game character from that thing. So, like, technically, if there's a Mario game out during that time, you could use Mario or Bowser or somebody. Could throw anybody off that way, too. But because I haven't said. Usually I've tried, I admit. I don't think I have. I guess they just have to have a video game during that time frame. Whatever time frame I say. Anyways, okay, so Fitzchozo, you were 39. I'm going to bring it down to 30, and I will add your points from this week by next week. So you'll have a couple more points in this next week. Well, not 39, but a couple more points in 9. I think you've done any... Yeah, I haven't specifically said first appearance, but I think it's been a first appearance, but I'm not set on that. That's just what I've been doing. So I'm not sure 100%. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think I've said one way or another for the first appearance. I think I just basically tried to grab first appearance once, but technically I haven't said that. So any character in that time thing is up for grabs that had a game, was in a game during that time. Okay, so I will send you a link shortly after this for Snowdrift Fitzchozo. And I send that to you through Discord, right? Fitzchozo? Yeah, I knew it was going to say that. Because this one's open over here. I can't save it. Let's save. Now we should be able to save it as a PNG. Close that. Okay, so there you go, Fitzgerald. The points, 30 points have been taken out. And like I said, you've got a week, well, just under a week to think about it till next Wednesday sometime. Um, I'll pick out 15 characters, get the characters no matter what, and then if you come in at some point and say, "Hey, I've got a character, blah blah blah, here it is, blah blah blah," I'll just replace one of my rounds with it, wherever I think it might go. So, and then I'll let you know what round it is if you do it. Does your video like a game, Viz? It's Chozo. Let's. Save as PNG. Topics. Scoring. Okay, so let's save. So, okay, I guess everything's said and done for now. Joshua can get back to me at some point. Well, over DMs. Uh, you need to get that thing off the screen. You don't like Muffy? Muffy Mouse? Actually, your last name was not Mouse, I don't think. I forget what her last name was. Hey, why don't you like her? If you watch the show, I think you would like her. Anyways, with that, scary looking. I guess we will see everybody Saturday, where I'll be doing up some more stuff, coloring Canadian Shield 3, and that's something I forgot to do. Remember, everybody, if you haven't already, go check out the campaign. I know most everybody here has bought already, but hey, you can check it out again. Hopefully soon I will be hopefully soon I'll be able to share another little something, but anyways, and hopefully sometime next week, hopefully I'm going to be doing the painting of this guy, and that will be a video. I'll record myself doing that. So, again, thanks everybody for stopping by. I hope you've all enjoyed yourself. Remember, next week is video game characters from 2010. 2010 to 2019. So hopefully we'll see you for that too. So bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful day. And it is game over. I need to do some sort of ending thing with game over. So bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful day. Love y'all.